Today we're going to be talking about Jalen Carter. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I didn't even prep for this. I haven't even watched these clips outside of when I saw the game on Sunday, but a lot of people on our Monday live show were requesting that I break down Jalen Carter. And so here we are. No prep, live. We're doing it live. Put up a butter breakdown of the Eagles' run defense against the Falcons. It was a tough day. And so I loved the way that Fangio and this defensive front seven responded against the Saints. I was a little concerned going into the game because the Saints have been very effective running the ball. And so I saw some really cool stuff from Fangio. Haven't even got the chance to watch it, but here we are. Here's Jalen Carter, number 98. Great young player for the Eagles. He had an unbelievable game. I loved his energy. I like his production on the field. Also his intangibles on the sideline. I was personally a fan of. And the Eagles got a great win. So this is a nice rep. 1st and 10. It's really funny to me. I'm curious what they call this defense. But like to me, this is like a goal line style defense, which I love. Like I love that attitude out of Fangio. The Saints are known for running a lot of big personnel groupings, 12, 21 personnel, and banging the ball with quarterback under 7 and Alvin Kamara at like 8 yards of depth. So really like to see this. Great response from the Eagles defensively from the top down. Fangio, and then the boys up front. I love the way the DBs played. Anyway, this is a Jalen Carter breakdown, Beau. So shut the fuck up and talk about Jalen Carter. Here's Jalen Carter. He's playing – this is a head-up 4 technique, but the way – I'm curious about how they're coaching this in Philly. It looks like they're playing it very vertical, which I like. And so that means is that like if you're playing vertical out of 2 techniques and 4 techniques, you're likely playing like a backside gap, which is good because you end up getting really good knockback. So let's roll a clip, and I'll show you this clip. This is a really good job. When this tight end bumps over, Jalen Carter goes to a 5 technique. That's just for alignment. He's getting this reach block here. Really good job knocking it back. Like, that's what I'm talking about. When you play vertical like this, when you get reaches, you can knock it back. And I love how, like, first of all, great strike, great active feet to knock this back. And then look at his eyes here, looking directly in the backfield. Like, that's just a really clean rep. Puts on the brakes, comes back, and gets a huge play on Kamara. Like, I'll play this in real time. 5 technique. He's getting this reach. That's a great play. Really good job from him. All right, moving on here. We got 3rd and 14. Here's Jalen Carter, 98 for the Birds. Go Birds. Working on Cesar Ruiz. Love that big club. That's such a nice rush. Like, this is a great rush in the first quarter. A little attitude rush. I think that the Saints O-line is good. They lost Eric McCoy, their starting center, who I think is like one of the best centers in the NFL. Anyway, Cesar Ruiz here is the right guard for the Saints. He sets out to Jalen Carter. Love this big inside club because pop! I love that. Like, that is such a nice job. Boom, clean inside rush. The thing that makes this really nice is this little hezzy when you do that as an offensive lineman. This little shimmy, like Jalen Carter doesn't necessarily know what movie he's going to hit here. Right? He just has that natural feel and that natural ability. That's incredible. He feels that inside arm from Ruiz, who's a big punch guy, right? And then he brings this huge heavy hand here with this right arm. Bam! Gets it. And then he stacks him really fast. That's what's really nice. Watch how fast. Like, look at the way he's able to contort his hips and his upper body here. Like, that's really, really nice. Like, that's how he gets that power. Brings that arm over to clear the O-lineman's hands. And then, look, he's bearing down on Derek Carr here. It's a really good feel for Carr to be able to get the ball out. But nope, Jalen Carter gets his hands up and affects it that way. Like, that's a great rush. Didn't get the sack. Got a PBU. But, like, those are the kinds of things that turn into sacks later in the season, turn into, PBUs that end up with picks. It's a really great rush from him. Also, when you hit a move like that on an O-lineman earlier in the game, like that was quarter 1, like, that's going to be in his head. That's going to affect the way that he sets you later in the game. All right, 1st and 10 here. This is like some sort of tight front from the Birds here. I like it. We got a 3 technique here. This looks like a very tight shade out of Jordan Davis. Milton Williams is in a 4-eye here. My favorite dude I've ever played with, Brandon Graham. like a wide 9. Let's see what this ends up being. That's a really nice rush. So this is 1st and 10, right? Quarterback under center. Everything pre-snap is giving run here, okay? That's why the Eagles are in their base defense, right? They're not in nickel here, or they're in some form of base defense. Zach Bond, who had a great game, stacked right here. Like, everyone's expecting run. So watch Jalen Carter as a 3 technique. I don't know exactly what Ruiz is doing here, but it's a great job from him to just strike him, get vertical, go play football. I mean, this is a screen here, but like I don't like, the O-line action is going this way and then coming back. So like I think Ruiz fucked this up a little bit. Anyway, really good job from him, just finishing it, getting a hit on Carr, letting him know he's there. 3rd and 2 here. We got shotgun. 2nd quarter. So this is nickel, right? So we just have a pretty basic over front here. We have a 2-eye, 3 technique, edge player, wide 9 out of BG. Check the clip out. I like that. Another great PBU from him. Really good job here. So this is just like a play action pass. Dude. Again, like a little concerned about this here. I don't know exactly what that one is. Anytime you have 2 O linemen running into each other, you don't love that. But anyway, great job of Jalen Carter to get his hands up, knock that ball down. All right, here we go. This is the same front that we saw in that first clip. I really like this defense. I would love to have played a defense like this. Like, look at these dudes. This is a 4 technique, head up, 2 technique, 2 technique, and then a 5 technique to the close side. This is 1st and 10, again, in their base defense. Just watch how vertical they play out of this. I really like it. Exactly. That's so nice. Like I said earlier, Eric McCoy got knocked out of this game. I have a lot of respect for him. But, like, when you have – like, this is such a tough assignment for the center to reach you here. Like, if you play this, like, really horizontally and try to get your hands on Ruiz and, like, play with, like, a super wide base and like, read react on this, you're not going to have the same impact. So what I love from Jalen Carter is not overthinking this, getting vertical and making a huge play in the backfield. It's good from him. I like that rip with his right arm and continue to get vertical and playing it. And then Jordan Davis takes a lot of criticism from Eagles fans. When you're a 2 technique, you are out leveraged on this play. Any sort of left guard is going to beat you off the ball. Okay. That's just how it is. Like you are at a disadvantage because they know the snap count. You're head up here. So like he is playing this backside gap. Like this is exactly what he's coached to do. This is a great job from him playing vertical as well. Ricocheting off of this, this attempted cutoff block here, getting in on this play. That's a good job from Jordan Davis too. That's nice from him. And then I love that knockback from BG on the tight end as well. This is a good play. This is a really good play from the Eagles defeating outside zone to the open side, which they struggled with against the Falcons. All right, moving on. Similar defense here. They're going to trade the tight end. Let's see what we got on this one. This is 3rd and 3. This is a really nice play here. So again, similar defense. Like, keep in mind, these dudes are playing vertical, okay? So all Cesar Ruiz is trying to do here is invite Jalen Carter up the field and then use his right arm to kind of high wall him out, right? This is an outside zone action here. It's like, like I think honestly, if I'm being like I said, I haven't watched a ton of this game, but like I think the Saints were caught really off guard by the Eagles coming out in this front because watch Milton Williams on this play. Anytime you have a dude like this on a dude like this, it's not good for you offensively. Okay. So I think that they're very surprised that the Eagles kind of came to play in this defense. But talking about Jalen Carter specifically, Cesar Ruiz is trying to invite him up the field to wall him out, right? High arm him out. It's a really good job of Jalen Carter understanding where he is on the field, keeping his eyes on the running back. And then what I really like about it here is like, just watch how fast he's able to get his hands on Ruiz's chest shed him, and come over the top. That's a good job. This left arm to be able to throw the guard here, cross face, and come back and make this play is really impressive. Like, that's good violence from him. If he doesn't make this play, like, as fucked up as the Saints are with this blocking scheme, like, let me pause it here at the right time. If he doesn't come back and this dude's here, like, this could go for a little bit with Kamara. That's a really nice play from Jalen Carter on 3rd and 3. Get the defense off the field. That's a great job. All right, here we have next. This is 2nd and 11 here. Here's Jalen Carter, young stud for the Birds. Got a lot of juice, got a lot of energy, likes to shit talk. We like that too. Let's see what he brings here. Nice. Really nice move. That's so impressive. So if you remember earlier, as a 3 technique, Jalen Carter hit that big inside move on the right guard. This time, what I really like about this is the way he threatens the outside half of this right guard, who is a new right guard, by the way. Take from that what you will. I love this left arm here on the back plate here, and then watch his right hand down here come through with this big rip right there. That's just really nice instinctual rush, taking this outside half that the guard's giving him. The guard is forced to take this big bucket step because Jalen Carter has the corner. But the most impressive thing about this, and this is what makes elite rushers, is like, okay, they're basically on the same level here. You know, his hip might be a little past the guard's hip because he's opened it up. But watch him at the top of this rush bend this and flip his hips right here, get them pointed back at Carr to impact this play right here. That's so nice. Like, I love what he's doing with his right arm here. Just instinctually, we call that an arm bar, okay? And he's doing that to kind of force himself to reach for the quarterback. And he gets a nice hit on Carr. Ends up being an incomplete pass. That's a really nice rush. Like, this, to me, when I'm watching this, you know, like, they're in pistol, like 2nd and 11 pistol, like, you can get some run stuff out of this. And what that tells me as a washed up former run stuffing defensive lineman is that this is not a pre-planned move from Jalen Carter. This is just a feel rush, and it's a great feel from him. He has incredible feel in these pass rushes, and then just is so talented athletically that he can bend and finish these rushes. It's a great job. All right, let's check out this last one. 2nd and 6 here. Looks like the Birds are in base. I would call this an under defense. You have a 4-eye here out of Milton Williams. BG is in a 9 technique. You have a tight shade here from the nose, and then a 3 technique on the open side of under. You got the back away and shotgun. Like, a lot of things pre-snap are telling me run here, like chiefly the back's depth. You got 3-point stances out of the offensive lineman. It's 2nd and 6. And the Saints are known to run the ball a lot. That's really nice. So, like, this is such a hot and cold thing. Whenever you're away from the back as a 3 technique, like, you're expecting run towards you. So, like, a reach or a base here is kind of what you're thinking. So I love what Jalen Carter's doing. Like, a lot of times guys will just stick this and set it, force the running back to come inside. I like how Jalen is taking a chance here with this big arm over. Boom. And so, like, you can get there. Like, when you're in this kind of position, this dude is going to do everything he can to just keep widening you out and make this open side A gap a lot bigger to give the running back space. What Jalen Carter does so well here is exactly what I was talking about in the pass rush games. Like, he's by the guy, and you can see he's looking in the backfield, right, with his eyes. He does such a great job of flipping his hips and closing on this. That's what really sets us apart. You can be in trouble defensively if you're in this kind of position, but what he does so well is right here, flipping his hips, turning, getting back down, and making this tackle in like the opposite B gap. Like, this is a really athletic play from him. When you do this kind of stuff to offensive linemen, it really fucks with their heads. Next time, like, if you're this guard, next time this happens, like, you don't know what he's going to do, right? It causes you to, play a little bit slower because you're wondering, like, is he going to stick me and set this? Is he going to hit me with that arm over and come back around and make this tackle? Like, this is a really good athletic play from him. It's a nice job. All right. Nice. That was a raw dog butter breakdown. You love to see it, but fuck it. If I played for the Eagles and I can't sit and talk about a defensive lineman for the Eagles for 10 minutes live, what the fuck am I doing in my life? Anyway, thank you for tuning in to another butter breakdown. Smash that like button. Give your boy some buttery love, and tune in next time. Thanks.